Okay, it's already 11 a.m. Okay, good morning and hi everyone.
Good morning, teacher.
Okay, good morning. How are you feeling today? Sihat tak? Semua sihat tak?
I'm fine.
Dah makan? Dah nak dekat lunch ni? Hi Fatia. Baru masuk? Okay, today we will continue our last lesson, which is 6.2. Okay, chapter 6.2. For the last lesson, we already cover 6.1, which is linear inequalities involving two variables. Okay, for today, we will take a look for system linear inequalities. Okay, I will present now. Okay, before that, please write your full name in the comment box, in the chat box. Okay, I'm afraid that if I miss your name and I miss your attendance for today's class. Okay, please prepare your notebook, pencil or pen or anything to write down your notes. Okay. Okay, today we're gonna learn about system of linear inequalities in two variables. Okay, system. First, okay, goals for today. What we gonna achieve for today? What I want you to achieve for today? Okay, in the end of the lesson, you will be able to represent situation in the form of system of linear inequalities correctly. And the second one, complete reinforcement activity by using games with full of spirit. Okay, after this we will play another game. Okay. Boleh nampak slide saya tak?
No. Oh, I mean teacher, not sorry teacher.
Boleh nampak slide saya tak? Can you see my slide? Okay. Saya harap tak lag lah. Okay. This is the goal for today. Okay, next. We will recall back what this mean this sign. Okay, you already learned this four inequality sign. What is this sign represent for? The first one that I showed you. This one.
Greater than or equal to.
Yes, greater than or equal to. What is the other name? What is can we call this sign beside than, greater than? Higher than. You also can call it higher than or greater than. Also it can mean by at least or minimum. Okay. The second sign is less than or equal. Also we can call at most or maximum. Okay, the third sign ni macam mulut ni. This is we call higher than. This symbol, this sign is represent higher than, or we can say greater than. Okay, the fourth sign is lower than. Also we can say less than. Okay, next slide. Okay, the definition of system of linear inequalities. Before we already learned about linear inequalities. Linear inequalities is an equation that involving symbol of linear inequalities. But what is mean about system? Okay, system of linear inequalities is a combination of two or more linear inequalities, which is in that one information, okay, it's involving two or more linear inequalities. Before last week we already learned about we represent information in linear inequalities, but in that information before the last week lesson, we only learn about information that represent only one linear inequalities. But today, we will learn about a combination of two or more linear inequalities. That is meant by the system of linear inequalities. Okay, for example of situation, we already learned about the 4 sign, right? 4 sign of linear inequality: greater than or equal, lower than or equal, greater than and lower than. Okay, we already look for that sign, and now we see for the example of situation. We're gonna learn the example of situation. Okay, this is an easy level, okay, for you to understand. Okay, for the first one, y is greater than x. Okay, you already know this one lah. Okay, the second one is y is less than x. Also, we can say that y is lower than x. These two is the common one that you used to see. And the third one, y is higher than or equal than x. Also, we can call that y is not less than x. Okay, not less. Okay, if we take a look for the second one, y is less than x. Okay, it did not include equal. But if it's not less than, it's including equal. So it must be used y greater than or equal x. Okay, it must more than x. Tak boleh kurang daripada x. Okay, the fourth one, yang keempat, y lower than or equal x. Also, y is not more than x. Okay, tak boleh lebih daripada x. So that's why it must be lower than or equal x. Okay, the fifth one, y is higher than or equal kx. Why higher than or equal? Because in this statement say at least. Okay, at least, paling kurang. So it must be higher than. Dia tak boleh kurang lagi daripada tu. Dia kena lagi besar. So that's why we using this symbol, higher than or equal. So it's represented by this linear inequalities for this type of situation. Okay, for the last one, for the easy level, is y lower than or equal kx, which is represented by a statement y is at most k time x. Okay, at most, paling banyak. So it cannot be greater than that. So that's why it must be lower than k time x, and equal. Equal must be include if it's have this key point. Okay, at most, at least, not more than, not less than. Okay, this including the equal sign. Okay, lower or equal or higher or equal. Okay, this is the easy level. Now we take a look for the medium level. Okay, now we will do some activity which is mix and match activity. Okay, this is the example of the situation. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Above here there is a box that represent the linear inequalities, and you must match which one that's the correct pair of the example of situation with these linear inequalities. Okay, I will call your name one by one. Okay, number 1, Adler. Number 2, Fiona. Number 3, Hazrik. Number 4, Hanania. And number 5, Jamilia. Okay, I will give you 30 seconds. Okay, time is up. Already 30 seconds. Okay, can you state the answer? Can you do this? I believe in you. Okay, for the first one, Adler. Adler, where are you? Adler. Adler, do you in this Google Meet? Can somebody check if he in this Google Meet? Can you listen to me, Adler?
Yes, he's here.
Adler, where are you? Jangan kata kamu tidur
Yes.
What is your answer for the first one? The first statement, maximum of y is k. Which linear inequalities from here that represent this statement? Okay, if not Adler, I will skip to Fiona first. Okay, Fiona, number 2, what is the answer?
Number 2, the y is smaller or equal than the k in the first box.
This one, this is number 2. Y is smaller or equal than k. Okay, this is your answer for number 2. Okay, later on we will check is it correct or not. Okay, for the third one, who is I say right now? Hazrik. Yes, Hazrik, what is your answer for the third situation?
X plus y greater than k.
This one.
The up one.
Up one. Okay, this is your answer for number 3. Okay, I will label it down. Okay, good. For the fourth statement, who I call right now? Hanania. Yes, Hanania, leader for elite. Where are you? What is your answer? Leader Nia, what is your answer?
My answer is y minus x is under the number 3 one.
Okay, this is your answer. Number 4. So for the last one is Jamilia. What is your answer?
Y minus x more than or equals to k.
Okay, this is your answer. Okay, so the one that did not answer is Adler, so we label this for Adler answer lah. Number 1.
Teacher,
Yes.
Adler already answered in the message.
Which one is his answer?
Adler right, y is bigger or equal to k.
This one, y is bigger or equal to k. Okay, this is his answer. Now we check the answer, is it correct or not? Oops, wrong answer for Adler. The answer is y lower than or equal k, because it is say maximum. What is mean by maximum? Paling besar. Okay, paling banyak. Dia tak boleh lebih lagi daripada tu. So that's why it must be y lower than or equal k. Okay, because it cannot be greater than k, because it said that the maximum is k. So that's why it must be lower than or equal. So the answer for Fiona also wrong. Okay, minimum, paling kecil, the lowest, okay, is k. So it must be higher than or equal k. Okay, minimum. You must understand the statement, and then you can represent what is the linear inequalities. Okay, and the third one. Okay, good. And the third one. Okay, correct. Who answer? Hazrik. Hazrik answer correct. Sum of x and y is greater than k is represented by this linear inequality. And the fourth one is Hanania. Okay, correct. Her answer also correct. Y minus x lower than k. Why this is y minus x? Because the difference between y and x. So it's involving subtraction. And the last one is Jamilia also answer correct. Y is more than x by at least k. Okay, y is bigger than x, that's why it's involving subtraction here, and it say at least represent by this symbol. Okay, the one who got wrong answer is Adler and Fiona. Okay, please take note on this. Okay, maximum and the minimum. Please understand the statement, and then you can represent what is the linear inequality. Okay, good. Okay, next. Okay, teachers, let me do some example. Okay, now we're gonna do some example. I will show you 2 example, and then the 3rd example I will ask you to solve it. Okay. Okay, example 1. Write all the write all the linear inequalities that satisfy the condition. Okay. A basket has X orange and Y apple. Okay, in this situation it's involving orange and apple. Okay, for the first condition is the total number of fruits in the basket is at least 20. And the second one is the difference between the number of apples and the number of orange is more than 3. And the third condition is the maximum number of orange is 8. Okay, before we answer this question, before we write the linear inequalities, we must highlight some key points. Okay, from this statement, this above statement, a basket has X orange and Y apple. From here we know how to determine the variable. Okay, this is the first variable X and the second variable is Y. So the first step is, what is the variable? Okay, from this example 1, the variable is X, which is number of orange, and the second one is Y, which is represent number of apples. Okay, this is 2 variable in this example 1. Okay, next, what is the key point? Okay, the key point that represent the linear inequality sign. Okay, that's what I mean by key point. Okay, we take a look for the A first. The first condition, the total number of fruits in the basket is at least 20. From here I can detect 2 key points, which is total, and the second key point is at least. From these 2 key points, I can determine what kind of sign that involving. Okay, this linear inequalities. Okay, so for the from the second condition, the difference between the number of apples and the number oranges is more than 3. Okay, from this second condition also I can detect 2 key points, which is difference between apples and orange. Okay, difference. The second one is more than. Okay, this is the key point. The third one is the maximum number of orange is 8. Okay, the key point here is maximum. From the third condition, there is only one key point. After that, the next step is, okay, what is the inequality signs that involve? Okay, for the first condition is total. What signs that we use to represent total? We using plus sign. Okay, addition. Okay, and the second key point from the first condition is at least. At least, what is mean by at least? Sekurang-kurangnya. So it cannot be lower than that. So it must be higher than or equal 20. So from here I can write linear inequalities that X plus Y higher or equal to 20. Okay, X plus Y, this is the first key point. Higher or equal is the second key point. That is how you want to write the linear inequalities for each of the condition. And then for the second condition, from the second condition is there is 2 key points. The first one is difference and more than. Okay, difference. What signs that we use for difference is subtraction. Okay, minus sign. Okay, we want to see the difference between the number of apple and the number of orange. Apple right now is y. So y minus x. What is the next sign is more than. If it's more than, so we're using that the sign that higher than. There is no equal. Okay. Like this. X minus y higher than 3. Okay. The first is difference. Okay. This is the symbol that represent the difference, and the sign that represent the more than, the second key point is this sign, higher than. And then the third condition, the maximum number of orange is 8. Okay, maximum. What is the linear inequality signs that using maximum is lower than or equal, because maximum paling besar. Okay, it cannot be bigger than that. It's already X maximum limit, so it must be lower than or equal. Okay, so the linear inequalities that represent the third condition is X lower than or equal 8. Okay, this symbol lower than or equal is represent the maximum key point. Okay, that is how you want to answer this type of question. Okay, first you determine what is the variable, and the second one is the key point, and then the third one is you determine what kind of inequality signs that represent that key point that you just find. Okay, do you understand? Can you understand? Boleh faham tak untuk example satu ni?
Yes.
Boleh.
Yes, teacher.
Yes, good. Nice. Okay, next. Example 2. Okay. Write all the linear inequalities that satisfy the condition. Okay. The statement said the scoring of a game involves ball of 2 different colors. These 2 different colors. A red ball represents 5 marks, while a green ball represents 2 marks. Okay. The total marks depend on the sum from 2 players. To win a prize, Fiona and Fatia need to. There is 3 conditions that if this Fiona and Fatia to win is, the first condition is they must score more than 50 marks, and the second condition is get at least 20 balls, and the third condition is get more red ball than green ball. This is the 3 conditions for Fiona and Fatia need to win this competition. Okay. Before we step down the linear inequalities, we do this step by step. For the first step is what is the variable. Okay, the variable of this question is there is 2 different things in this example, which is 2 different color. The first color is a red ball. Okay, that is our first variable. Okay, and the second one is a green ball. Okay, that is our second variable. So I will using letter R, small letter R, to represent the number of red ball. After that, I will using small letter G to represent the number of green ball. That is our variable for this example, which is R and G. Okay, the next one is key point. We need to determine the key point for these 3 conditions. Okay, for the first one, score more than 50 marks. From this condition is the key point is more than. Okay, the second one, get at least 20 balls. Okay, the key point here is at least. And the third condition is get more red ball than green ball. Okay, the key point for the third condition is more than. Okay, more than. After we determine the key point for each of these condition, next we must determine what is the inequality signs that represent that key point. Okay, for the first condition is A score more than 50 marks is, okay, from this condition it say marks, okay, marker, so it must be including the mark in the statement above said. Okay, for the red ball, okay, one red ball represent 5 marks. Okay, 5 marks. If green ball represent 2 marks, so that's why the linear inequalities will be 5R plus 2G higher than, okay, more than 50, because 5 is represent the mark for the red ball and 2 represent the mark for the green ball. Okay, the inequality sign that involved in this linear inequalities is higher than. Okay, that's for the first condition. And now we take a look for the second condition. Okay, this is the second condition. Okay, this is the linear inequalities for the second condition. R plus G higher than or equal 20. Okay, higher than or equal is represent this key point, which is at least, paling kecil, so it must be more than or equal 20. And the third one is get more red ball than green ball. Okay, R must be more than G, so the linear inequalities to represent the third condition is R higher than or no, not equal, R higher than G, or we can say R is more than G. Okay, that is the linear inequality for the third condition. Okay, setakat ni okey tak? Boleh faham?
Can.
Okay,
Boleh.
boleh.
Thanks, teacher.
Bagus. Okay, now for the third example. I will read for you. SMK Bukit Asik is hosting a leadership camp during the mid-year holidays. Y, Form 4 pupils, and X, Form 5 pupils participate in the camp. The pupils are selected according to the following condition. Write all the linear inequalities that satisfy the below condition. Okay, from this information we want to select the participant by using these 3 conditions. The first condition is the total number of participants for the camp is at most 40. And then the second one is the number of Form 5 pupils is not less than the number of Form 4 pupils. And then the third one, the third condition is at least 15 Form 4 pupils participate in the camp. This is the 3 conditions that represent the condition that needs to selected for the participant to join the leadership camp. Okay, the first step is you need to determine what is the variable. Okay, from this information is already give you what is the variable, which is Y is represent Form 4 and X is represent Form 5. Okay, so the first step, what is the variable? X is the number of Form 4 pupils. Y is the number of Form 5 pupils. And then determine the key point. After you determine the key point, you need to determine the inequality sign. Okay, right now I will choose 3 persons to answer this question. Okay, for first question, I want Shahila to answer the A question. Okay, the first condition. Shahila, okay? And the second one is Nurul Fasha. Okay, for the third condition, I will choose Kong Ming Ling. Kong Ming Ling. I will give you 30 seconds to solve this question. Okay? Okay, time is up. Already 30 seconds. Okay, Shahila, are you there?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Now, for the first condition, what is the key point? What is the key point for the first condition? The total number of participants for the case.
X plus Y.
Okay, you say X plus Y, okay? And then?
X plus Y less than or equal to 40.
X plus Y equal 40. Sorry, okay, I'm using mouse. My pen is broken. Oh no. It's so hard to write using mouse. Okay, boleh lah, nampak lah kan. Okay, the second condition, Nurul Fasha, what is your answer?
My answer is Y greater than or equal to X.
Y greater than or equal to X. Okay, good. Okay, next, the third person. Who is it? Kong Min Ling?
Y less 15.
The third.
Y more than or equal to 15.
Y more than or equal to 15. Okay, that is your answer. Okay, now we will check your answer one by one. I check for the first condition. Shahila said X plus Y lower than or equal 40. For the answer is correct. Shahila answer is correct. Now for the second one is Nurul Fasha answer Y higher than or equal X. The answer is X higher than or equal to Y. Okay, let me check is there any mistake. The number of Form 5 pupils is not less than. Okay, in this my answer is incorrect because I confused with the variable. Okay, I will fix this answer, my answer. Okay, supposedly Y higher than or equal to X. Okay, because Y cannot be less than X. Y is Form 5 and X is Form 4. So the linear inequalities is Y higher than or equal X. Okay, for the third condition is, let me check Kong Min Ling answer. Okay, the answer is X greater than or equal 15. I think there is a mistake. Sorry guys. Sorry. Saya tak perasan lah dekat atas tu. Patutnya yang kat bawah ni kan, variable tu Y yang mewakili Form 4 dan X yang mewakili Form 5. Jadi jawapan saya yang mula tadi tu betul lah. Sorry tak perasan.
Sakit.
It's okay, teacher.
Tak apa, kita kongsi-kongsi. Kalau ada silap, kita tegur antara satu sama lain. Okay, this is the answer. Okay, jawapan yang betul. Ini adalah jawapan yang betul. Okay. X higher than or equal to Y. Maybe Fasha just right now, you see my that's below, right? Y represent the form 4, X represent to 5. You must see that's
Yes,
below.
teacher.
So that's why you also get the wrong answer. Okay. Okay, that is from my mistake. I'm sorry. And Kong Miling answer is correct. Okay. Okay, next. Game time. You know what time it is? It is game time. Okay, now we will play one game. Okay, for reinforcement activity. Okay, I will share the link in the chat box. Do you already get the link? Please click the link and the ID is 807274. Okay, I already shared the link in the chat box. Please click on the link and enter the game ID. Okay. Okay, we start now. Takut masa lambat habis pula. Start. Okay, masa dah tamat. Okay, siapakah pemenangnya? Nombor 3, Fatia. Nombor 2, Fasha. Okay, yang pertama, Hanania. Okay, good job. As expected, our leader.
Yoshi.
Yang dapat kosong ni, Adler, Kong Ming Lin, Eugenie. Kenapa dapat kosong? Aduhai. Internet lambat ke? Okay. Dah habis main game. So, kita dah sampai pengakhiran pembelajaran. So, for today, our homework is, okay, tak lengkap kelas tanpa kerja rumah, kan? Okay, so our homework for today, please take note. Open your activity module. Buka buku kerja rumah, buku kerja kamu. Okay, buat soalan pada muka surat 85. Please do for page 85. Okay, you must submit before 5 PM today. Okay, kena hantar sebelum pukul 5 hari ini. Okay, you can do it. Tak banyak pun soalan dalam tu. Ada berapa nanti kamu tengok. Ada berapa soalan. Tak banyak pun soalannya. Kita dah belajar tadi step by step macam mana nak tulis linear inequality. Saya yakin, saya garanti kamu dapat jawab. Okay, boleh tak?
Boleh.
Semua okey? Okey. Boleh. Ada soalan nak tanya sebelum kita nak habiskan kelas? Do you have any question?
Syahila ada.
Oh. Syahila? Cik.
Tania asked me just now, teacher.
No, Ananya has a lot of question.
Ananya.
Ananya.
Ananya leader.
Leader. Ada. If you have kalau segan nak tanya depan ni, okay, you can PM me anytime you want. Okay, janganlah PM pukul 1 pagi, 2 pagi. PM lah sebelum pukul 11 malam. Okay. Okay, that's all for our class for today. After this, you have chemistry class, right? If I'm not mistaken. Okay, thank you for joining our class, Google Meet class
Yes,
for today. Okay, see you in the next class. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much, teacher.
Okay,